All right, so guess what, everybody? Today I am going to try the El Diablo Lump Charcoal 100% mesquite. That's right, I'm gonna give it a try because I used it in the past, but I wanted to share it with you guys about what my thoughts are about the El Diablo Lump Charcoal. And as you can see, they're big pieces. They're lump charcoal, literally big lumps of it. And depending on how you start your grill up, it can be one of those things that's kind of irritating, but hey, lump charcoal. Now for me, I use a chimney and I break up the chunks of charcoal and I fit them in there. And as you can hear the sounds of the El Diablo lump charcoal, it is definitely something that you have to keep an eye on because for one, it pops, it crackles, and it makes all that noise. And when it's nice and ready to cook, it disappears a little bit, but it gets super, super hot. Hot as in 950 degrees. Yeah, it gets hot. But guess what? I love it hot like that because the way that I'm cooking these beautiful, beautiful pork blade steaks using the Kinder's Butcher's All-Purpose Blend, it works out perfectly. And so with the Kinder's All-Purpose Butcher's Blend, and I love it because it's not really salty and it gives off really, really nice flavors to your pork, to your chicken, and even the steak. The stuff is a workhorse. You can use it with pretty much anything. So I'm seasoning them all up, and then after that is going to be time for me to put them on the grill. Now, for this right here, I have the meat sitting directly on top of the heat. I'm using a vortex. If you guys don't know what that is, it's a round thing and you put the charcoal in it and it pretty much concentrates the heat. And so I put the pork blade steaks on top of it for about 5 minutes per side. That's right, so I can get that nice char. And then after that, I set them to the side and I repeat the same thing over and over again, depending on how many pieces of pork blade steak I have, or pretty much you have if you're going to be cooking some. So 5 minutes on each side, direct heat, super, super hot charcoals. And the flavor that it's going to give the meat, it's pretty, pretty amazing. And that nice char from the charcoal gives it that extra flavor. And I'm telling you, it's a quick meal, it's a quick cook, and this is something that you definitely need to try. And here it goes. This beauty right here. Yes, indeed, the smell, the smoke, amazing. And I'm going to cut off a piece of fat because I love the flavor of fat when it has that smoke flavor to it and that seasoning, and it is delicious. Yes, indeed. And you know what? It's tender. When you're cooking it at the high heat, it does render the fat. You're not going to have that chewy fat unless you have the fat that just doesn't break down no matter what. But on a pork blade steak, the fat will break down over the high heat and it'll be nice and tender. I have these beautiful, beautiful cuts of pork blade steak that I had done at the butcher shop. Hold up, before I go any further, let me give a big shout out to Martin and the rest of the guys at the Vaughn's grocery store here in Henderson, Nevada at the meat department, because these guys do an amazing, amazing job at what they do. They are knowledgeable in cutting the meat, and hey, like I said, they know what they're doing. So shout out to you guys. I love you guys. Thanks for cutting me really, really good meat. All right, Martin, keep doing the damn thing. All right, back to the video. They custom cut it for me off of a roast. That's right, you can ask them to cut a roast into pork blade steaks. You can make them thick, you can make them thin. All right, back to the meat. So it's smoky, it is juicy. There's not one single dry piece of meat in this thing. And the smoke on it, amazing. The mesquite flavor, amazing. One thing about using the El Diablo charcoal is, remember, it pops. So be careful, make sure it doesn't pop on you and go down your shirt or land on your shoe or your feet if you have on open toe sandals. I've done that before. But hey, the El Diablo charcoal gives off a high heat, great flavor. It cooks up the meat really, really well. And if you're using the method of cooking your steak, your pork, your chicken directly over the heat using a vortex, then you're going to come out with an amazing piece of meat on top of using the Kinder's All-Purpose, the Butcher's Blend. Now this stuff right here gives great flavor. That seasoning goes on pretty much everything. It's not salty, it's not spicy, it's just right. And so hey, give this a try. Let me know when you do it. Leave a comment down below and just say, hey Jay, I tried it and my results were hopefully amazing, because mine is. See you on the next video. Bye.